today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Carolina Panthers taking on Sam Darnold and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them. Because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by Sam Darnold in his 5th year now out of USC.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
Darnold going to throw right away. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Darnold down to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Off of play action, Darnold. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. After the sack on 1st down, Darnold. That's complete to Davis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now a man drafted and then let go by the Panthers, Harrison Butker, for the field goal try. Butker's kick here is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a two-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground here at Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jackson now. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that, going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Browns drive about to get started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Now it's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz, 42 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Jackson buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Flushed out right. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one.
To throw is Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, and some room to roam now. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize.
Touchdown, Panthers. Dalton Schultz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, it's Darnold. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start in the NFC, a division matchup pitting New Orleans against Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Tyler Johnson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that one all tied against the visiting Steelers. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taking in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Going deep for Hopkins. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, 46 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the second-year man. Here's Kenneth Gainwell. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Eluding and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running right, here's Sanders. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They go play action with Jackson. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Darnold on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Darnold on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Darnold. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A 1st down throw, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Darnold to throw again. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 1st down, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold throwing the out route and complete. It's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 19 yards that time for number 19. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Gabriel Davis from 6 yards away. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Of course, the game can end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again. And there's another.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for Carolina, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the